All right, what's up, everyone? Hanging out with another legendary old WWF superstar, Bushwhacker Luke. Man, how are you?
Whoa, g'day, mate. And thanks for having me right here on the loud spot.
That's damn right, man.
And we're going to be loud. We're going to be roaring. We're going to be howling. Because you know why? Because we're in the loud spot.
Damn right we are. I got a question I've wanted to ask you. I never thought I'd get the question or have the opportunity to do it. There was a Royal Rumble. I don't remember what year it was. You come in the ring. You immediately get thrown out of the ring. Yeah. Were you not feeling good that day? Did you not want to wrestle? Were you like, I don't feel like doing this shit today? So what happened with that?
You know, we even talked about this when we went in the Hall of Fame. And Butch says, Butch was out there for about 20 minutes before I came out, and he was out another 5 minutes after me. The worst part he's pissed off about, he got the same pay. I got the same pay as he did, and that he was hotter. Anyhow, that's the situation. I marched out, got up on the apron, earthquake, grabbed me,
right.
Took me over the other side of the ring, threw me out. I landed on my feet, and I kept on marching. Now, Vince played that from 92 right up to 218, pre-Royal Rumble.
Uh-huh.
So advertising for it. And 218, he stopped. I'm mad about that.
You're no longer part of it.
People remember that spot, and they hire me. Sometimes they hire me and ask me, can we do the Royal Rumble spot?
Do you ever go back in the ring at your age now? Do you ever have fun and mess around at all, or no?
Yes. Yeah, I was in the ring last weekend in Indiana. And I'm still in the ring. See, in the Wikipedia, I'm second oldest in the world, still performing in the ring.
Wow. How did you start? So you're from New Zealand originally, right?
Yeah.
And then
where the man who's got a smile on their face is 100 million sheep.
So you started wrestling there, then did you start off immediately in WWF? I guess.
No.
You had a whole career before then, huh?
Hey, I started in 1962. And that Butch started in 66, and we teamed up the same year. He came to the promotion with me in 66. We teamed up, and we started going into Asia first, Asia, Malaya, and then up north of Singapore, up north into Bangkok, from Singapore. And then we went to Japan, and we said in 1972, we hear America's the place for pro wrestling, because all the magazines.
Yeah.
We never even had. When I was in New Zealand, we didn't even have TV. When I was first started wrestling TV, we didn't get TV till near 70.
Wow.
1970, and so there's no wrestling. I'd never seen a wrestling match.
Wow, man! And then you go pro. Then you go pro.
Yeah, that, and then. One night, someone didn't arrive. The second ever wrestling show I ever went to. One of the guys never arrived. Next minute, a pair of boots and a tank top was thrown at me. They told me I was in the ring.
That's right.
What the bloody hell? Now, mate, I know I've been hit over the head with a lot of chairs in my lifetime, but I don't remember that match. And that was my first ever match.
What was your favorite wrestling match you've ever... I mean, because the Royal Rumble was always fun and things like that. Do you have a personal favorite match that you remember?
I can tell you one favorite match in the Wilmington, Wembley Stadiums, the old Wembley Stadium before it was pulled down. We did the last show there. I think it was in 92, 93. And, you know, it held something like 104,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was full, and to fill a stadium up that far, it takes 2.5 hours.
Right.
To fill that, and we were the first match of the night, so the people were dying to break loose. It was a 6-man tag. Jim Duggan, Butch, and me against the Nasty Boys in the Mounties.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, right?
Mate, we didn't even touch each other for 10 minutes. The crowd was screaming. We didn't have to touch each other. They were on fire.
That makes it fun, isn't it? When the energy's going
Yes.
and everyone's all loud.
Right. In music, especially.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? When the energy builds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a time when you were like you weren't really in the mood to go out and perform, but then your music starts playing, and once that starts to kind of get amped up, you got to give yourself the energy, right?
There was a lot of times, mate. A lot of times that I stayed up too late the night before. Yeah.
How will I doing this today?
As soon as I walk through that curtains, your whole body turns on.
Yep, that's right. It's like an alter ego, right?
Yep, that's the way it is. I hear that music, the blood starts running, it starts pumping.
Has there been a time where you accidentally hurt someone, or you accidentally been hurt more than you should have been, and the other guy's like, "Hey, call," or like lets you know maybe they're hurt? Does that happen sometimes?
No. I have had concussion from chairs.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of concussion from chairs and that. And I've whiplashed from the back. I've hit the bottom rope with the back of my head, and I took a bump, and it's a whiplash. And I passed out for a small time. So, but these are not through the other guy. You know, that was bad positioning, the whiplash.
Right,
you know
right.
I mean? Things like that. But apart from that, I've been good. I've never had to sort of fight with anyone in the ring. You know, to take control.
So no more throwing chairs at your head, huh? Those days are done.
The sheepburner days are done, mate. And this was the area where we did all Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and down south, the states beside here. We worked all this area, right from New Orleans right up to Kansas City, and that for a company called Mid-South Wrestling. Yeah, that was owned by a guy that was either in Tulsa or here.
Favorite last two questions is, one is favorite person to wrestle, and number two, do you recall a specific sign throughout your whole career that you've seen? So favorite person to wrestle and a sign that you might have thought was really, that just stands out in your head from the audience member.
Well, my favorite pieces to wrestle, there's a lot of them, mate. Ones that we had, 5-star matches in big houses where the people were magic. And a lot of those were before we become the Bushwhackers, when we were the bad guys, the sheepherders. We got a lot of, high-star matches there. And that. We had a lot of heat. Now, here's this thing, too. Another question I just wanted to bring up before. I know The Rock's grandfather, Butcher Me, used to wrestle in New Zealand and Australia in the 60s. That's the grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia. And then his father, Rocky Johnson, we wrestled him in Australia, New Zealand, US, and Canada. That his father.
I didn't even know that his family wasn't wrestling. I didn't know that. Yeah,
there was a long, Rocky married Samoan woman, and that Samoan's woman's dad was High Chief Peter Maivia.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that guy, he was filling up Madison Square Gardens in the 50s and 60s.
Wow,
that goes back there. And then so The Rock's third generation, Dwayne.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah. Have you never wrestled with him though, right? Because he came on afterwards.
No, his dad had a home his granddad had a home in New Zealand.
I say you challenge The Rock to a match.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, The Rock bobbled against the battering ram. No, I know that. I seen the kid when he was 7 years old, mate. Dwayne 7.
That's cool. Yeah.
And when I was working for his dad, he was around, but he was young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look at him now.
Yeah, I know, right?
How
movie star.
How high can you go up the ladder?
And last question is what I said earlier. Do you recall a specific sign ever that you thought was funny, or because when you're wrestling, do you even look into the audience? Can you even see the audience? All the lights on you. Can you see the signs?
Yeah, I can see the signs and the advertising at the back.
Is there one that says something funny that you just remember, or no? There's so many of them.
There's been so many of stuff like that, and guys writing signs on their chests. We came over as a New Zealand Kiwis, and we were working against an Indian tag team. And when Indians paint themselves up, they would put a foot here and a foot there, and underneath it would have drop kick. Just as a joke. You know
Right.
They'd make those fucking Indian war things into jokes on themselves. Crazy guys.
That's fun. Well, man, I
Great
appreciate
to be here,
you.
mate.
I appreciate. Can we get one of the
I can give it
the old
for all
school?
the fans out there for a loud spot. This is Bushwhacker saying, "Whoa, yay!"
There we go. All right, that's all time we got.
Love you guys.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it. Perfect. All right, we are here with wrestling legend Brutus the Barber, Beefcake. How you doing?
Very good, brother. Very good. We're having a good time.
How often do you come here to Oklahoma? Probably not very often, huh?
Well, the old days, back in the 80s, used to be here all the time. But
Yeah.
the territories are no longer, and so you just don't make it out here too much.
So a question I got to ask you is, when you're wrestling, when you were there during your high days in WWF, was there ever a sign that you saw from the crowd that you still remember today? Because there's all kinds of signs, right? Or do you not pay attention to them at all?
There's always a lot of Brutus signs. So, I mean, I've seen everything you can imagine, along with people making giant big scissors
Yeah.
and carrying those in made it, out of cardboard or this or that. So I've pretty much seen it all, brother. It's been around the block a few times.
Was there a specific wrestler that you enjoyed wrestling with the most? Or you guys had good energy that you would feed off each other?
Yeah, Perfect. Mr. Perfect.
Oh, Mr. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that was I remember him from a long time ago.
Super nice guy. Knew his family, his wife, kids, his dad. Great family. It's a shame he's not here with us right now.
Yeah. When you were doing if you would get tired in the ring, you get exhausted and the crowd would go crazy, does that really give you an extra burst of energy?
Yeah, I was in shape, man. I never got tired.
No?
Never.
Are you allowed to get tired? Because you remember back in the day, you'd see like Hulk Hogan would do his whole thing where he'd get all amped up and he's sweating there and maybe even bleeding a little bit.
Warrior used to run out there, shaking, shake the ropes, run back and forth, and that was it. He was done. He couldn't breathe. He was.
What was your favorite wrestling event, from the Royal Rumbles to the Summer Slams they used to do? Do you have one that was kind of your favorite? Did they do Monday Night Raw back then?
Later
on?
Yeah, a little later.
What was your favorite event to do?
I was on the first Raw.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
What was your favorite event, pay-per-view event?
Well, our WrestleManias, the early WrestleManias were all fantastic. And so I did all those. And then Survivor Series here, there. The SummerSlam 89 where I wrestled with Macho Man and Zeus and Sherry and Hulk was my partner. Yeah, we did two pay-per-views with Zeus, and everything came off fantastic. Everything worked out great, and I couldn't have been better.
Last question: how many pair of scissors do you have? Is there just one you carry around with you, or is there a bunch of them that you have to carry to different events?
I have several. I've been carrying around for many years. Sometimes I'll tuck some away for a while.
Going through airport.
Use another one.
You're going to an airport? Yeah. What do they say when you go to an airport with those scissors?
Keep them sharp. No, you don't take them in the airports. You take them in your check bag.
Okay, you take them in your check bag. And last question: could you ever give me a haircut?
Sure.
All right. Let's do a straight razor on it, right? Just take the scissors and just shave it right off.
Take the head and everything.
Well, I appreciate your time coming here and doing the short interview with me. Enjoy your time in Oklahoma. Right. God bless, man. All right, now I'm hanging out with Mr. Jamelle Holieway, former OU legendary quarterback, right?
Yes.
From what year's 1984?
1985 to 1988.
And you led the Sooners to a championship.
The first true and only, no, not the only, but the first true freshman to lead their team to a national championship.
Do you still remember what that felt like? Does that, thinking back on it, do you still feel the same, like just energy and pridefulness and happiness that you're able to do that to the team?
After 37 years.
God, don't remind us. I'm getting old.
32 or 37.
Yeah.
Whichever one's 85. Back then, not even knowing
Mm-hmm.
and not even understanding what I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
But to know that I'm part of history.
Yeah.
And to know that I was the first.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool and special because we can always still bring it up.
How often do you go back to the OU campus? Do you go there often and say hi to the newer, like the freshmen that are still learning?
I got a couple of young friends back there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 56, Murray.
Okay.
94, Poe. No, Poe.
Let's call him Poco.
No, I don't want to get it. Isaiah.
Okay.
Isaiah, my
Okay.
brother. He's my buddy.
Okay.
And then there's a couple of incoming freshmen that are from California.
Okay.
That me and my buddies my age, that's their kids now.
Wow.
So I'm getting a chance to meet them and help them, get a little acclimated to Oklahoma.
Does it feel a little surreal sometimes seeing your buddies' kids now playing football?
Yeah, because I don't really follow a team.
Right.
I'll follow the individuals where they go.
Is that common, you think, with a lot of people that went pro? They follow individuals instead of teams? Because a lot of pros get transferred from team to team to team, right? So you don't really have a favorite. So that's pretty common.
I think in the pros it is.
Okay.
But not in college because we all gonna rep whatever school we went to.
Right.
And if your buddy went to USC, whoever they playing that day, we gonna rep them. But
right.
We ain't trying to hear about USC.
right. Well, you went and played pro for a couple years, right?
Yeah, I played 1 year with the Raiders, 2 years in Canada, then 3 years over in Barcelona. It was a fun experience. I got to see the world. I come back to Oklahoma and had some kids, and I'm okay now.
What made you decide to come back to Oklahoma? Was it the college career that you had, or just you found Oklahoma home? Are you from Oklahoma originally?
No, I'm from California.
That's what I thought.
I'm from California.
What brought you back to Oklahoma after leaving?
I came back for a golf tournament with my buddy Brian Van, who used to play at OU.
Okay.
And we came back for a fundraiser. And next thing I know, I went over. We were at a little bar on 63rd and May.
Oh, here in Oklahoma City.
Called the Outfield. It used to be called the Outfield.
Yeah.
All track betting. And the bartender was very good to me with them Long Island teas way back then. And so here it is, full circle, 25 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And that same bartender is my wife.
Wow, man.
And so that's the only reason why I'm still here.
Yeah.
But
they'll do that to you, man.
Yeah, they will. They'll make you stay somewhere.
Yeah.
With me or somebody else, but I'm glad I'm with her. But it's been memorable. Some kids out of it, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
And you currently help youth football players, right? You do you volunteer your time at a school, or what are you doing for the I guess the junior leagues? Would you say?
The youth football leagues. You know what? I just try to educate them and tell them the little bitty things.
Don't get hurt.
Yeah, right. Go hard, play hard, respect the other opponent. Don't help him up when he's on the ground because that's taken away from your strength. But go hard and play the right way and play with an attitude and an edge.
Yeah.
You have
to.
In this day and age, you have to. But even more so, have fun.
Yeah, man. Like your ring looks like it's fun.
You know what?
What is that? Is that the championship ring?
No, this ain't a championship ring. This is just a little ring. A little ring I got from helping some kids out. We donated like 1,000 bikes during Christmas time.
That's awesome.
And they gave us these rings. and so it's just a ring, but it means a whole lot because I know what I put into it to give back to the communities around Oklahoma.
Last question: how often do you go to Sooner games?
Every chance I get.
Mm-hmm. Does everyone recognize you still when you go to the games?
Yeah, because you know what? I'm usually down there. I usually have his jersey on, so they gotta recognize me.
Right?
Or they think that okay, well, he's an old guy, or he's a young one. But yeah, I go down, and especially now since we got the new coach, we got Venables, love Venables. OU's gonna do it again. Defense is gonna rise to the occasion, and hopefully
they always do. They always do.
Defense is way more far advanced than offense. So Sooner Nation, give our kids an opportunity, give the quarterback a chance. Let's not boo him when he starts messing up, because he's gonna mess up because he's new.
Yeah,
he has to get accustomed.
Because high school and college is. And then you go from college to pro is even more different, right? So
and even more so, there's a big difference between University of Central Florida and the great University of Oklahoma. That the pressure that I don't want to say pressure that he has, but the pressure that the quarterback has this year. Nobody's an All-American, so it makes it really, to me, good for the team because nobody's that one prominent player. So we're going to see who's going to step up and be that man.
Right.
And hopefully it's going to be the quarterback.
It's exciting to watch.
You know, I can't wait, especially when we go play Lincoln. I mean, in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to love that.
Dude, I'm not even going to lie. I did not like college football until I moved to Oklahoma. Because I'm in California, I was a Niners fan and a Raiders fan. I'm from the Bay Area, okay? So I'm from the Bay Area. I came to Oklahoma, and everyone's college. I said, man, who the fuck watches college football? Apparently, a lot of people watch college football, like everyone in Oklahoma.
Well, since you say you're from the Bay, I'm sorry. Because, I mean, I'm from Southern Cal.
Right.
And you from Northern.
But and you played for the Raiders when they were the Los Angeles Raiders.
Just a practice squad.
Okay.
But y'all had Cal Berkeley. Y'all had Stanford. The only thing we know about Cal Berkeley and Stanford is the marching band and them spiking the ball and flea flicker all
That's
over the
probably
field.
why I didn't watch football. That's probably why I didn't watch football.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, all right. Hey, see, look at that. He got bars. He got
Look
two
at that.
I mean, good, great. Hey, easy. See,
we got people over here talking to him.
So my wife ran into you last week at Walgreens, and you did a 5x7 for my son. He had never got to meet you, so I just want to say thank you, my man.
All right, well,
you want to come over here and say what's up?
Yeah.
Let's get a fan over here saying what's up. We're about to end this podcast.
I'm a professional wrestler.
Oh, he's a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I wrestle for Control Your Narrative.
All right, let's get you on tomorrow.
All right, let's do it, man.
All right. Jamelle, I'm going to let you get back to it, man. I know you got a busy day. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast. We'll talk to you soon, too. All right, guys.
All right, thank you.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.